Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Back better than ever. Far out. It's been a while, shaking off the cobwebs today. Here with my brother-in-arms, business partner, Luke Houlihan. Where is the button?
Yeah, where's the...
It's getting a bit gimmicky, that one. I've got to get some new sounds in here.
Load it up.
Load it up. Thanks, brother.
Too
Jumping
easy.
on. Bit of a last-minute thing. We're running a bit late today.
Yeah, man.
But, yeah, man, I thought it'd be a good idea. Lots of shit's been happening. I think it's been about I don't think I did anything Q4 last year on this pod, and so it's probably been 3 or 4 months. What's that? Is that your phone?
Nah,
What is
I
that?
don't know what that was.
Oh.
Where we coming
When
from?
you want them to work, they
Yeah,
don't
I know,
work,
right?
and when they, yeah, just grab it, bro.
Might need to.
We're in the this studio that we sit in to do these podcasts is
Might
actually,
even shut that down in case it does.
yeah, go for it, man. Grab it. It's part boardroom, part studio, part podcast studio, and so we're just sort of winding shit off and turning it off, unplugging the phones, and yeah,
Sorted.
unplugging the
Good
TV.
thing you've got head of technician over here, eh?
That's right. Far out. What would I have done? Anyhow, cool.
Yeah, it's been a minute. But you had a good wrap up, according to Spotify, mate.
Bro, I
well done.
Didn't even know. Thanks, brother. I had no
That's
idea,
good.
man. Like, I didn't obviously check it till a couple of weeks ago, but
Oh, are you top 10%, 5%?
91% of... I don't really know when you break it down what the actual facts were, but they make it seem pretty, glorious.
elite.
Yeah, and I'll take that.
That's right. Because what are you across? You're on YouTube too, yeah? YouTube, Spotify.
I haven't quite... There's so many hoops to jump through with the old Apple.
Oh, yeah. To get on there, I don't even know what Apple's podcast is called.
It's just called podcast,
Yeah,
I think.
okay.
Yeah. So there's so many other different platforms, but YouTube and Spotify, pretty much the main ones, and then just do the shorts on Insta. But yeah, no, YouTube Shorts is good. Been learning a bit of stuff there. Oh, TikTok. I chuck them on TikTok as well.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, TikTok's cool.
Do you get big viewership on TikTok?
Some of them. So I don't really spend a lot of time in there. I just regurgitate it really. Like once I have the shorts, and I don't use what do you call it? Like a posting tool where it just does it all in one go.
Yeah.
It's just I'm fucking in and out individually. I'm just like So
Did you see TikTok got sold?
no.
Yeah, it was about
Fucking gee, how much
2
was
weeks ago. Oh,
it?
it was I don't want to say it because people are like, no, it wasn't.
$49.95.
Yeah, it was like 90 billion or something.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy but China's retained 14%, I think. And apparently it's changed the whole platform. Like people are like,
Who bought it?
Trump's part of it, or at least
Of course he
a
is.
company that Trump owns bought it, Oracle.
Oh right.
Yeah.
That's the guys that pitched us.
Yeah.
For-
And a couple of others.
Yeah.
So I think it was a joint venture. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it was a joint venture. And I'm not sure exactly what it sold for. We need a Jamie. Jamie, just bring that up, will you?
Hey, well, actually, keep talking, bro.
Yeah, I think I saw 90 bill.
All right, let me check it out.
Yeah. Because I follow this guy, Leo Skepsy. Have you heard of him?
No.
He's so good, man. Like, I was like, I really like him anyway. He's he's like, fucking TikTok being sold. He's fucked up the platform. Sorry, can I swear?
Swear. I can drop them F-bombs.
And then I was like, shit, didn't even know it sold.
Yeah.
Because this is actually a good segue into what we're doing with AI at the moment. Like, I want to get my like a daily update straight to my phone, connect up my AI agent, so I'm just getting, along with the weather, the most recent things that have happened in AI, just as a news feed. I can get it from like certain apps
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can sign up to a newsletter and you can
Surely.
get whatever. Surely is an app.
Surely is an app for that.
But now, like, there's all these agents and stuff we've been messing around with, and I've been messing around with, where it's like, I can get it straight to my, text,
Yeah.
and it'll just go, yeah, this AI, this link, and it just scrapes the whole internet rather than just
Yeah.
what a particular website will choose to send me, because I'm up to their newsletter. This thing will just go through Reddit, it'll go through CNET, like all the news publishers, all the most recent news, and just give me the top 5 or whatever.
Where do you get your news now?
Honestly, on your phone, when I scroll back, Just Google News.
Do you go there much for it?
Nah, not overly. If I'm just sort of sitting on the loo,
Yeah.
I'll go through it. But I want to get into a rhythm where I'm sitting down daily and looking at, because it's going to make up part of like a lot of the content that we do for our clients as well. Because I think moving into the AI space, and I didn't want to segue into this quickly, but I think there's a lot of opportunity for our clients to be part of this massive revolution, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's all about staying ahead of the curve, but the curve is so quickly moving.
Fucking
So
fast.
quick.
Yeah.
Like even, I know we spoke about AI agents last year, and then it was about N8N, right? And you had to connect up these certain things, and now it's like literally, and I thought this was about 3 years away when I said it. It's like just going to be pushing a button soon enough and it'll do its own thing. Literally, there's this thing called Claude Bot that's come out, renamed Motley Bot because Claude, the actual LLM, is looking to sue them if they didn't change their name. Anyway, it's 3 weeks old, and this thing's come out where it is literally hook it up to Telegram. Once it's connected once, it'll go out and do its own thing, learn on its own fruition. And you literally, like that, what I just said, oh, send me the news of the last, and it'll just 24/7.
Give more context to that for people that aren't inside your mind.
So,
Just quickly, I think, actually, let's come back to that.
sorry, mate, I know you've got your thing. Yeah, so.
No. I was going to cover off on the TikTok sale price, but it's like in potential. Hang on, do you want me to cover it off?
Yeah, do it.
The TikTok sale price refers to estimated valuation TikTok US operations in a potential divestiture with recent reports placing it around 14 billion.
Oh, 14 bill. Okay.
Hang on. Figure much lower than prior estimates of 50 billion. That seems low, right?
Oh, I don't even know these days. TikTok.
What did Elon bought Twitter for, like 40 billion or something like that?
Yeah, I'd be waiting to guess on that one.
We'll have a look at it. Valuation, the 14 billion figure was cited by US Vice President.
What did you just do then to search what did you search? If we're going to sort of segue.
TikTok sold.
But did you just do it in Google? Did you go to ChatGPT? Did you go to Gemini?
I went Google.
You went Google.
What did you do?
I went ChatGPT.
What'd that say?
Let's bring it up now. It's doing its whole think.
Yeah.
This will be a good segue anyway if you want me to.
Yeah, no, let's do it.
Contextualise.
We're going to end up there anyhow, mate.
Yeah.
So at Bleo, when Luke's saying our clients, he's my business partner and founder of Bleo, our company. We run a multimedia agency, and I think it's our 9th year. We really don't know when we started.
January. I think our partnership agreement was January 2016.
There you go.
Right. So
Right.
literally we're right on the 10-year mark of being a partnership of Bleo, and then that was 2016. It was 2014 when you and I connected.
Yeah.
Or 13 even.
Yeah.
Because I was doing bodybuilding. And that's the only way I remember it. Because it was 2014.
Yeah.
2014 because that's when we met.
And Luke's genius mode sits in this pocket of information technology. He is the master technician. I challenge anyone with this that would have the same level of tenacity that you do, mate, with building fucking operations and systems and things. And I think now with AI, that's just sort of come. It's like you can speak to it now and create and build all of the madness that's in your mind.
I think too, and what crept in was, who was I talking to? What crept in was imposter syndrome, right? Because now that it's so easy to do, you don't need someone with such a crafty, savvy mind if you can just talk to a machine.
Yeah.
You know, I know there's the whole prompt engineering. You've got to be able to talk to it a certain way because it's true. The input that you give it determines the output that you get.
Yeah.
And working with these AI tools and like a plethora of them, like there's so many that once ChatGPT opened the floodgates for all these other AI tools, and you sort of said, you know, for those who don't know, there's these tools, and if you don't know about ChatGPT, wherever you've
Under a
been,
rock.
my 70-some auntie hit me up and goes, "Oh, ChatGPT, you've got to use it if you're not like,"
Yeah.
because she doesn't know really what I do. She goes, "Oh, I asked ChatGPT, and you should use it." And I was just, "Oh yeah, no, it's really good." And obviously, some people are using it like Google, you're just asking it a question, you know, and that's not even, that's not even the tip of an iceberg. It's freaking like a grain of sand on a beach of how you'd use ChatGPT, right? Especially with all these tools that started to get implemented and created after, where I think we've spoken about, you know, you go and get a software, and the software was created for a purpose, but the purpose would have been an individual business's purpose.
Yes.
So software got created, and I think we're moving into a time, if we're not already, or at least not the percentage, it's not the majority, the software will get created on the spot for those businesses. It won't be like, oh, you know, go and use Outlook. Oh, use Outlook for email. It'll be like, no, I've got a problem with email. And it's like, oh, let me create that app for you right now. And I think that's where we are moving, because you can speak it into existence, right?
Yeah.
It's a scary thing, because it's like a God complex, into the fact that, you know, God spoke, there was light. You know what I mean? Like, it's that sort of instant, because you can. And that's what's exciting about it too. And these models that I was referring to before, it's called the Claude bot, literally acts as a human on a system, computer. You give it a computer, and it will navigate around the computer. So not before, you were limited to, say, a web browser, for example. So you'd open up Chrome or, you know, or Safari or whatever, you know, Edge, and you'd have to operate in the realms as AI inside of that software, because it would utilize Chrome as the software to move the mouse around or the pointer. Now they've created this AI that essentially acts as if it's sitting behind the desk.
Right.
So it can open up all apps on your computer, which then, think about that, opens up like a whole security problem, which it even says, like, when you download this particular app, it's not even an app, it's sort of like program, line of code that you just open up your command prompt on your laptop, whether it be a Mac or a PC, type in a line of code going back to, like, you know, DOS days. Anyway, I won't get, and then just say, I want to use this, and then boom, it's off. And then it'll ask you all the questions about you, what you want it for.
Yeah.
And then off it goes. It's a 24/7 personal assistant. And if it can be done on a computer, it can do it. And it'll run 24/7. Now, I know Elon's just sort of been, I read this morning, a guy did an interview, and he was a employee of Tesla, and he got fired the day after the interview aired, because he was out there telling secrets that weren't secrets per se, but he was telling people about what they're doing, and Elon's like, no, you're gone. So fired him. And one of those things was around how they're getting a robot like that, it's AI, and that's just complete automation. So
yeah, even like what we were saying, so like context to, do you want to talk about like the platform itself? Like what,
yeah, bro, go for it. Everything.
So something that you opened my eyes to was Lovable, where it's literally like the communication tool between. It's like ChatGPT.
You want a developer?
Meets a website or developer, and you can build like not just a basic website. Like, talk about what, you know. Do you want to talk about that? Like,
Yeah. Because I think, again, we always look, not just Luke, but Bleo. We're always trying to find innovative ways to give a discount, not a discount, but offset a cost to our clients. Like, how can we provide value? Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
And a program like Lovable, literally Lovable, has come in, you talk to it, and it'll build whatever you want. And I'm talking apps, websites, whatever you can think of. You're only limited by, yes, you come up with development issues, like, oh, you know, that doesn't actually connect with that, but you tell it that. You don't have to do code. You don't have to do anything. Next thing you know, you've got a website in literally one prompt.
Yeah.
Addis, who's our head of production, and, you know, he's our, you know, DP, he went out to film, did he tell you? Like, how he went out and filmed the school? And he had the guy from Lovable, the representative.
What?
Yeah.
When was that?
It was like a couple of weeks ago.
Really? Where was he? What school? Get him over here. Did he get his number?
Well, I was...
Actually, I
Does that ring
remember
a bell?
this. I remember this. Yeah, it does. Yeah, but I think at the time, I don't know if, well, we were just like,
whatever.
Shit name, Lovable.
Well, get it into like the hands of, I think they were, I don't know the age group, but it was like 6 to 10.
Yeah. Oh.
And all they were doing was logging on to Lovable, and first they had to think of what would be cool to create.
Gosh.
And they did it within the time that rep that lovable guy was there, and they'd had a fully functioning app, games, you know, and these kids you just talk it into existence.
Yeah.
And obviously the age we live in now, we are just so glued to the phones and devices. And imagine if you could entertain yourself with just, I want to build a game, like whatever.
Bro, what tripped me out was, so Luke and I, good mutual friend of ours, got a company, and we were talking to them about services that we can help them with and provide. And literally, like in the brief meeting, we're asking questions about the business, the market, we're getting an understanding. And so while I'm literally having a chat where Luke is you know, he's on the screen, he's copying and pasting a couple of things, boom, 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 boom. We're asking who's a couple of your competitors, what websites do you like of theirs, and boom, 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 cool. And in the same conversation, he copied and pasted a couple of different items across, you know, a few different tabs, and then enter. And then we went back to the conversation, and I'd literally say it wouldn't even have been 5 minutes.
Not even.
We turned back to it, and you had built him, or the system had built him a competing website, and the branding, the messaging, the language, the terminology, even little gimmicky sort of like highlight accents, moving for calls to action buttons, far superior. No disrespect, brother. You know who I'm talking about. But it was insane in a matter of, say, 7 minutes.
Yeah.
That, and back, you know, not too long ago, that would have cost you 10 grand.
Yeah,
more, 15,
easy.
20 grand.
You included a lot there: the messaging, the branding, the actual development,
functionality,
itself,
user interface, and even myself too. And I can even see it now too. Like there's like a little bit of a lovable theme, you know, with websites and things. Like I think
I see what you're saying,
for the standard, like that gets put up there. You know, but that can all be taken away as well, just with a simple prompt.
Yeah.
But
it's incredible, and what we're working on at Bleo with, it's, you know.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. I think it's freaking insane, man. Like,
Yeah.
You've always been the guy. Luke will get an idea on a Friday afternoon. I'll catch up with him on Monday morning. He hasn't slept all weekend, and he's just so charged and pumped because of what he's just built. And now this is like, what did you say? It's like Frankenstein.
Yeah, yeah. It really is like a God complex, and I hate even saying it like that, but it is anything you can think of. And I'm just like, I haven't been this excited about technology or anything, if I'm being honest, since Zapier. You know, like once I learned that I could connect some APIs together with ease. Like you had to do hardcore coding before with APIs connect, and then the actual, you'd have to build a back end to a website to even be able to have an API register. And now, like, there was just all this, and Zapier just went, no, all you need is this. And in fact, I thought about this the other day. It was because you told me that someone was able to pull leads in from Facebook into a Google Sheet.
Right.
I don't know if you remember that. This is going back a minute.
Yeah.
This is about 10 years ago, whatever it was. And I was like, how did they do that? Zapier.
And I do remember the rush, like in the market about Zapier, and you talked to people that sort of had a bit of a clue and an idea. And it was like a godsend, because it was.
Well, what we were doing manually before was like, if our clients had leads come through from Facebook, we had to check them every morning because we weren't getting notifications. And if we were getting notifications, they were flushed out, or they were, in your notifications Facebook. You know what it's like. It's like you get hundreds of notifications for God knows everything. So we ended up having to go, and because it wasn't instant, into the Facebook page, download the leads, put them into a spreadsheet, screenshot the spreadsheet, send it out every morning. And they would have missed. And if I'm only doing that once a day, the instant, the gratification of someone wanting something now. Yeah. I was like, and then you said, they went to a competing, or someone, or just whatever it was. And you're like, and the leads feed into this Google Sheet, and created this chart. And I'm like, how did that happen? Anyway, I was like, okay, so boom. And then that's eliminated all that. And we create off the back end of that, you're able to, so Facebook was then talking to Zapier, who is the middleman, who goes, all right, once the lead comes in, it just fires off this thing, call it an event. The event then says, all right, what do you want to do with this event being fired? And it's like, well, shit, what can we do? And it was like, you can send an email, you can send an SMS, you can send it, you can do all these things, put it into a CRM, and I was like, wow. And then all of a sudden I realized the capability of Zapier, and I was like, game changer.
It's almost like when we would look back on, say, like our grandparents that didn't have computers. I don't even think they had ballpoint pens at one stage, right? They're probably writing with feathers back then. But it's like us.
Inkwells.
It's like us now. Like you can see, oh gosh, like this lovable, like just particularly talking about lovable and how easily and accessible and the utility of it, what you can do with it. It's almost now, we like just literally looking back on that going, oh, how obsolete, how old school. Oh my God. Like it's, what you were saying before with bigger companies. And the first thing, because at Bleo, we're looking at Luke's been just grinding out hard, building literally like a project task management tool, communications tool, CRM, ERP, everything else that
Social posting.
Social posting and absolutely everything from end to end that our organization needs internally and externally. You're literally building it, prompting, developing, and you're just limited by like your thinking and your creativity. And so that's in the mix now. First thing my head goes to, right, business, like risk and reward. You see the reward straight away. Risk. Like what risks do you see?
I've been harping on it. It's security.
Yeah.
It is 100% commodity of data. And then data's been like, it's a commodity, obviously, but the security on the commodity, I think that's the biggest thing.
Man, like even for like the risk for us, right? Say we move over to it and then something, like this is what I was saying before, like what's the redundancy?
Where the accountability as opposed to, because what Blake's describing is replicating. So our CFO has told us we've got the biggest amount of subscriptions, that she's ever seen. And it's part and parcel with the industry.
Come on, it's not that
but what I've managed to do and what I am trying to do is eliminate, all these $50 per seat here and $100 a month there, and it adds up, right?
Yeah.
But it's the fact that they don't talk to each other either. So there's no central, there's no uniform conversation it can have with the social posting and the comms.
Yeah.
This will eliminate all of that and you'll have a central hub. But what comes with that is obviously there's no other accountability. So if, for example, if our current CRM goes down, it's on Pipedrive, it's on Zoho, it's on Salesforce, it's on whatever. It's up to them to fix it. Building what we're building, it's all on us.
Yeah.
It's us. And it holds a lot of weight with our data, and like you said, if it goes down, I don't know what to do right now.
Yeah.
So implementing these securities and guardrails, and I'm got a good development background, so I know how to like back up sites and do all these types of things. But I mean, still only limited by what I know. But yeah, a central hub, it's a bit nerve-ending.
And then the process we're at now, it's like it's going to be such a big transition moving over, and but
that's it, isn't it?
You got to do it. Like that's what we're saying before. It's upon us, and if you don't roll with these changes, you're going to get left behind. And
especially being that we're in that space that we're selling these as business solutions.
Yeah,
we need to know what these are. Like not, your everyday businesses outside of, I guess, our industry don't really need to know that. They have problems, but they don't need to know. Well, maybe they do, but we should be knowing and be on the cusp of all of these innovative tools.
Absolutely,
because that's what we do. Because we're in an industry where if we're not, we can become redundant. We do the videography, photography, the digital marketing, and all these tools that go inside of that. One thing you'll never be able to take away is the level of human interaction that comes with that and the caring. But not a lot of, maybe all businesses don't care for that either. It's like, well, if you can solve my problem, then
it's going to be interesting to see. Like, I was listening to a podcast, and there is no subsidy for effort. Like humans can see and appreciate and value effort, and the same now. Like we've spoken about this before on this podcast, but like the written literature now is just losing and losing value.
Yeah.
Because you're just like,
did they do it? Did they not do it?
Yeah.
And the question is the worst thing too. It's like, nah, Blake doesn't write like that. Maybe you got skilled up and you do write like that.
I just sent,
but I'd never know.
I emailed something to Joe this morning because I saw this response to my email, which was from an automation, which has clearly been written by AI. And I just read the email and I was just like, Joe, remind me to fucking rewrite this email. This is not me. I was like, my grammar's not that good.
Throw a few spelling mistakes.
Yeah, that's right.
Make it look a bit human. Yeah.
But so where I was going with that was, so I wonder what we'll become used to, like even how I was saying, I can see like a lovable template in there at a basic level, and I wonder now, like with websites, once upon a time, that was your shop front, and you could tell the difference between a shit website and a quality website, and so now it's going to be like, I wonder how much weight will really hang on someone having a great website, and like where will that go now, right? Where will the value and for effort, authenticity, what's going to happen now? That's interesting.
I don't know if we said it in the podcast or right before the podcast, like I'm falling into imposter syndrome.
Right.
Did I say it in the podcast? I know I said it like, I don't know if it was before or after.
I don't know. Say it again.
Where, my genius mode is figuring out things, problem solving, but actually doing the technical 1 + 1 = 2. Right? I'm the X + 1 = 2.
Oh, yeah.
So I get to work that out, and that's I enjoy that. And the troubleshooting, as opposed to going, hey, Lovable, or hey, ChatGPT, what's 1 + 1? You know what I mean? Or what's X + 1? It'll do the thinking for me.
Yeah.
And so now, because I'm creating these great things, they're amazing, but it's a prompt. It's my imagination. You know what I mean? It's not me problem solving per se.
No, I get it.
So what's crept in is a little bit of that, it's not that great. Like what I'm building isn't that great because anyone could do it. Then you talk about effort.
Right.
So I think that's sort of as well can come into it, which I understand too from a perspective of, say, like Addis, who's brilliant, like a brilliant creative, and you'll even question his work, it's AI. So now he's like, well, if I do something that's amazing, someone can just write it off as AI. Or I can even do something just as amazing as, but it could be AI.
Yeah.
So he's even, you know what I mean? It's the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
He's falling into that, do I bother type of thing, because the creative, like you said, just like the literature, word, the written word doesn't have the value anymore. So anyone who writes an amazing book, a Hemingway or that, like if they did it now,
written literature, handwritten letters, effort, fucking versus, Century Goth. It's like,
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And I think, and you're right, and it's going to be it's an AI revolution.
What I was going to say is the whole imposter syndrome, that's obviously upon everyone. Like it really is. Like I get it all the time. It's like, what are you guys planning to do? Because AI, is clearly going to affect that industry. I'm like, fuck man, AI is going to affect every industry, and no one really knows, right? And I think anyone, and I'm interested to, we talk about this shit all the time, right? But I'm opening it up on here. But like, what are your thoughts? Like, what do you think every person in business, where this wave of AI, this innovation, it's about to become it is accessible, but it's not, it's like the 70-year-old that's like, hey, it is found ChatGPT, but we've been using it for how 2 years maybe, whatever. So it's like, what advice would you give to businesses with the wave of AI that's about to come now? Like, should they be fearful, do you think?
All right, so this is a podcast, this isn't me saying it, and the word wave is mine though, will be. We're looking at a tsunami versus a ripple. For example, a ripple would have been the out goes MP3, in comes Spotify. A ripple would have been bye-bye records, hello CDs. A ripple would have been bye-bye CDs, hello MP3. MP3 to Spotify. That's a ripple.
Right.
Whereas, and so it only affected a single industry, for example. Whereas a tsunami, what I feel like is coming, and if it's not already, like, we're looking at it, and once you see a tsunami, they say it's too late. We're looking at the tsunami right now, and it's just going to wipe out industries like at one time, massive industries. Like the horse and cart was replaced by a car. It's one industry, you know, and that was a ripple. This is a tsunami.
Yeah.
The fearful thing is how I believe that we're going to get to a point that we could get into this is a whole thread. Fearful, no, but very cautious, and you've got to find out how you can adapt. Fearful, no, but definitely be dubious about AI for sure, because every industry will be replaced. They say some can't. No. As soon as these, and they will be, as soon as these autonomous robots are legalized, and that's it. You're done. Or we're all done. Doesn't even matter. Like me just speaking about that Claude bot. If you can touch a computer and do it on a computer, it's already done. Your job's out. And it will happen, like I said, as a mass. Fearful.
Fear's a big word.
Fear's a huge word.
To throw that around.
But I think there will be a point where, not to do fear-mongering stuff, but the government will have to step in, because every job will be wiped out where no one will be able to afford anything, because no jobs will exist. Whether that happens in the next 3, 5 or 10 years, but that's where we're headed. Every job, I believe, or at least a massive portion, will be replaced. And so the government will have to step in and say, all right, well, we're going to give you some unified income, or what do they call it, universal income.
Yeah.
And that'll be it. It'll be that whole, I don't know who said it. Was it Henry Kissinger that said you'll own nothing and you'll be happy? That's what I believe is and you'll work because you want to, not because you have to.
Yeah, and I hear that a lot now. That's the turmoil, right? It's like what everyone's going to, where are people going to find meaning and purpose? And it's like, well, we get to create now. You don't have to like spend your time doing shit
Worry
you don't
about
want to
money,
do. Yeah, and
earning money.
cost of living so high, like all of that stuff will get taken care of.
Which is the other side, and a lot of people don't, because it's doomsday, right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, AI, it's Terminator, it's Skynet, it's not. It's not, because AI isn't what the AI that you think it is. At least it's predictive. It's got as much data and it predicts. It's not free thinking. It's just predicting.
You know, it's interesting. Oh, what's his name? Naval. I know his first name. Indian tech entrepreneur.
Oh yeah,
businessman.
you keep telling me to check
Love
him out.
that guy, man. Love that guy. I'll have to find out his name, but such a switched on guy. And I love how little of an ego he actually has. And so it's very rare his appearances on podcasts, but the one he did not too long ago, was it Modern Wisdom with Chris?
Oh yeah.
I remember his last name, Modern Wisdom. Anyhow, he did one on there. Fucking brilliant, man. So dialed in. And Chris on there spoke about him, so Naval doing a podcast with Joe Rogan years ago that Chris had listened to like hundreds or thousands of times, just listened to it over and over and over and over again, just to get into the way of his thinking and his wisdom. And I was like, fuck, what's a podcast I can listen to? And I was just like, Naval, where can I find him? And I went, I'll listen to that Joe Rogan one. It's like 1,000 episodes ago, right?
Oh shit!
So it's actually like, so you're going back in time, right? Because Trump wasn't even he wasn't president then, and he was talking to him about. It was just interesting listening to them, just throwing around the idea of, because AI hadn't come out yet either. But even Naval just said exactly what you said. He just said, like, no one is anywhere even close to, he said it literally, it assesses and takes data and does critical thinking and on data that already is. But from a creativity standpoint, free thinking, no one is anywhere near close to that.
Because you're coming out with original thought.
Yes.
And I don't know anyone else other than God who can instill it, through humanity, original thought.
And they still don't know where intelligence actually comes from in us humans or species or whatever, anything living really. So yeah, it's interesting you say that. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it's, I think when you think about, who was it? It was, the problem with that though, because it is predicting based on data, the data is input by human hands, and there's so much outside human hands that exists that isn't a 1 or a 0. It's not binary.
Right.
Like the touch of a plant, the heat of the sun. You can't describe that and put data to that in a machine for AI to understand
and make a decision, or
So I guess it's more like the emotional spectrum.
Yeah.
So if AI Terminator style, it'll base its decisions off the data. And there was a movie, it was with James Corden and Melissa McCarthy. Can't remember what it was called, but basically AI was going to, it came up as James Corden, and James Corden happened to be the AI.
Yeah.
And he's just following Melissa McCarthy around, and she's just happens to be the protagonist of the story. And he's like, oh, let's call her Melissa, I don't remember her name. Melissa, look, the world's going to end because I'm going to end it because you guys are a mess. And you're a mess because of all what I know. It knows what it knows, which is the data, right? And for the human race or the world to continue on, it needs no humans, basically. Right. So I'm going to end the world, but I'm giving you X amount of time to prove me different, So anyway, he follows Melissa around and then learns love, basically.
Right.
And again, an emotion, or at least something that is intangible, that can't be described. It's not a 1, it's not a 0, but he was able to learn it through watching human interaction.
Right.
Human interaction doesn't exist online as much as, it's so, if we were going to go Terminator style, it's because all the data, right? And it only knows what it knows. So I think that's an interesting sort of take on, we're creating this, I don't know, apocalypse AI. And it'll wipe us out because of only what it knows, but it doesn't have original thought, so it wouldn't know to look elsewhere, if that makes sense.
It does. What do you reckon? So, like, what could the average person or business owner do, in your opinion? Like, I guess you have to take yourself out of your mind for a minute and sort of look at it innocently. Like the average sort of person where they're like, oh, like ChatGPT's coming, like, what do you... Like,
well, I remember when I used to use Alta Vista and Big Mama before Google, right?
Yeah.
And I used to often think, well, why? I felt like I would think of Google, where Google opened itself up to so much more than just a business directory, right? It became this, I don't know, a beast in and of itself, but...
Information directory.
Yeah, perfect, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas Alta Vista, it was just literally like looking for business. It was a yellow pages online.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Whereas Google, I thought, there's got to be so much more to Big Mama or Alta Vista or whatever it was. And then Google came out. I was like, damn, this is like information.
Yeah.
At your fingertips. Like, it's a library. It's not just a business. It's not just a yellow pages. It's a library. It's an encyclopedia. It's an everything. And so going back, looking at it like that, if I was a business owner tends to be a little bit more savvy than at least an entrepreneur. So they're probably already thinking, okay, well, how did I start my business? And I started it with raw tools. A raw tool right now is AI.
Yeah.
So it has to be part of, okay, if you needed to create a business, then I need a shop front back in the day, right? Shop front, I need foot traffic. Every business owner should be thinking, I need AI. That's it. And if you're not a business owner, you're probably not thinking like that anyway. You're probably just thinking it's just another Google. You know what I mean? But AI is the Google versus like, the Alta Vista or the Big Mama or whatever. So most business owners would probably already be thinking like that. And if they're not, they do need to think like that. It's like, okay, AI is just another tool. AI is an employee of my business. AI is a fundamental, foundational piece to my business.
Yeah.
How do I use that? Well, I don't know yet. I'll go get someone like Luke and Blake to tell me. But everyone should be thinking like that.
Yeah. And
it has to be.
You're right. It's even like become a bit of a ethos across our company, and something that we probably do have to build in and systemize more. But it's like everyone needs to be thinking. You've got to change your whole way of thinking.
Yeah. How can I do this easier?
Yeah.
It is.
It's just like, I've got this cool. Because you've literally got a genius in your pocket or in front of you that you can tap into or dial into, and people like. You still don't. I'm getting better with it, but it's almost anything, and it's even scary saying it, but like every bit of information you're taking, receiving, digesting, thinking, and rationalizing about, like I don't know, you should throw it in there and see what it says back to you, right? And I know I definitely do, and like the advancements in just thinking and ideas, at least, and just having that accessibility to that genius, like.
There was another podcast. I know you and I just sort of do this all the time, but podcast yesterday, it's imagine you're in space, you're in the, I don't know, Russian space station or whatever, and you haven't used your legs for years.
Oh, yeah.
Come back to Earth, can't use your legs. You got to they say some of them have got to relearn how to walk because they've atrophied so bad.
Yeah.
That's what ChatGPT though, and these things are doing to our brain because you've just done that. You're not walking anymore. You're not coming up with the original thought or whatever it is.
Hang on. Just tell them I'm busy, guys. Tell them I'm in a pod. Who's she calling?
I don't know. But I put it on bloody silent and it's still bloody... Anyway.
This thing, mate. Get AI onto it.
Right. I need to shut that down. Anyway, whatever.
We're over here building systems that are going to solve the world's problems, mate. We can't even turn the phone off.
Well, everyone's cool. It's because it's actually efficient why that's even ringing because everyone's in Teams now on the one system and anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, so
the atrophy.
So that's probably the biggest, the scariest thing using these AI tools as crutches.
Yeah.
So there was, I wish I could remember the podcast. Anyway, it said what you need to be doing is when you're prompting it, you need to give it back a test. So if you're giving it your whole life or you're giving it a prompt to build something, it should come back with a learning tool to you that says, okay, like if I'm developing a website, it's like, I need to know, add this element and it's going to go, cool. I just did it. I added this element by creating a div section for this and the color coding was this. Okay, great. Now, Luke, what was the color coding? It's actually... Because right now, if I had to do that and I didn't have Lovable, I would say, okay, the CSS styling or the color coding or the div section needs to look like this and I'd be coding it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'll need to do that for coding, but what we're doing is every email that comes in, every problem that comes across your desk, you're asking ChatGPT to solve it, and then you're regurgitating the answer, not us. Like I'm not saying we're doing it, but majority of people are. Yeah. Or at least using 90% of what it gives you, and then you're only using 10% of your brain. So you literally you've stopped problem solving, you've stopped thought, and you're just relying on this. You're the mediator now. You've got a brain over there. You're just the mouth. Yeah. Right? You're no longer this. It's separate to you now. And there you go. Yeah. And off it. You know what I mean? So there was this whole thing on that in this podcast, which is really cool.
I saw this really cool post the other day on socials. It was like once upon a time, like the dog has come from a wolf, right, over time. Like literally that's what it's evolved to be. And
dog has come from the wolf. I didn't hear the L in there, like woof.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what? Doesn't the wolf come from the dog?
Wolf, yeah.
The wolf.
And it's like, are we turning ourselves into the dog, basically? Yeah. And it was quite interesting. But that is like, even you think about remembering phone numbers, and even like I think about it now. I was just trying to remember like those guys' last names. Not that I know Naval's last name; it's a pretty long Indian name, but. You've got to wonder about that and how much you rely on it. But I do think, like, you've got to rationalize with it, right? So, like, even though the heavy lifting, non-thinking stuff that you feed into it, but the creative thought, that's so, it's driven by so much intention, and it's really important. Like, when I was building out that leadership system, it just kept rationalizing, and I was thinking about and pondering about everything it said. And it was this back and forth process where I was really thinking about it and just feeding into it, but really like thinking about it and just going, nah, but go back again, right? And you communicate with it like it's another person, and you still have to use your own judgment, rationale. You have to know your goals so clearly, so it doesn't just go, hey, do this, and then you go,
and you're just blindly leading, following.
Yeah, but it's a tool. It's like what you said before. You can't just give everything over to it. Like, you still do have to direct it, think, use your own intelligence.
It's a different process. That's all. But I guess another concern is, we do it. We're also 40 odd. And we've got an established brain that's probably on the other side now, as opposed to the children that are using it, and they haven't had a formed thought of their own. They're already inundated with devices and distracted by devices and platforms and yada yada yada. That's a concern, where it's like, okay, imagine that you've only got, and there was a teacher who did this sort of analogy where, imagine ChatGPT is like trying to draw a sunset without the color orange, and all you had was shades of grey and black. You can see it, but you can't, because you wouldn't know how to form. You don't know what the color. Yeah, so the forming of children, I think, is pretty scary. But again, they're pretty savvy. They'll adapt, but I don't know. There's got to be something to it.
There's always that polarity though, right? Like there's the good, there's the bad. And I even look at, like, with our kids now, the access to information that they had even prior to AI.
Yep.
And it's insane. Like the knowledge, like it's just, they've got instant encyclopedias and they can go in so deep on anything they're genuinely interested in on. Yeah, who knows, right? Who knows what's going to happen?
I think you said it best though. Like you can get to be more creative, but you could probably lean into your passions more if there wasn't, like, I know your son, like with what he's doing with AI and stuff like that, like he's got a passion for, wildlife, and it just exacerbates it because he can just learn so much right there and then.
Yeah.
And it just quickly gets more and more, whereas like, it'll take you a week to get to a library, get the book, and so what he learns in literally 10 minutes, if that, took us a week, a month, a year, so they're just faster. Maybe that's the...
Yeah, I think it will be. Because we said, okay, I talked to the guy, I'm just like, I wasn't thinking like that. We sat out on the thing this morning, I was talking to him, and the level of conversation that you can have with him. And I don't even trust my judgment anymore with creatures that I
thought you knew.
His knowledge on creatures, on what's poisonous and what's not. I'm like, no, don't touch it. And he goes, no, you're allowed to touch that one. I'm like, and my instincts are like, it's a spider though. Don't touch it. And he's like, no, it's all right. And I'm like, oh, we got to make rules around this because, but it's interesting to see, and it's so cool to hear that lovable rep, as you say, that was out in schools doing this, because I do often wonder with schooling, and the long segue around into that it's come from, because chatting with Teal this morning, and he's just like, oh, I'm like, you like school? He's like, yeah, I like it. He's just like, it's a bit boring. Yeah. And I spoke with Leonie this morning about, like, how do you know whether you move a kid up or down or whatever? And I just wonder, like, all of these little kids, man, they've just got access to so much information. And like when you're young, you're so enthusiastic and just hungry and thirsty for information. And
imagine sitting there listening to curriculum by this old woman or man or whatever. You're just like, get me back on Roblox where I can learn more on Roblox or on ChatGPT than I can from you.
Yeah.
About creatures or something I love.
And they'll watch us now. And even like, gosh, because I talk, you probably do too, right? Talk to ChatGPT. Yeah. So, because typing, I'm so limited by it. So I'm just like, get off. And I can definitely see the change now with, like, obviously the meta glasses are just something that is recording, because now it's like, why am I fucking typing this shit with my thumbs and like this tiny little keypad when I can just now go, hit it and just go. So what I'm thinking about, I can pause, I can delay, I can think, and actually no, don't worry about that. What I want to do, and I can have this conversation and then play it back to me, listen to it in my car. And the amount of like high level, deep conversations that I'll have with it, which it's not, don't judge me guys, but but just interesting shit I want to know about. I'll be walking out from the gym and I'll just be like, Can you just actually talk to me about why in Aboriginal spirituality the snake is the main totem? Or I'm just like, why did they choose the snake or the serpent? Like, because isn't it like a sinister creature?
Yeah, bro.
And then it's
I get it.
Boom, and then it's just like.
That's your new podcast for the next 10 minutes.
It is. It absolutely is. It is. And then I'm just like, but tell me more about that.
But why wouldn't you though? Like it's literally like if you like talking with your best mate about video games, it'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I'll be there playing a video game right now, Metal Gear Solid. It'll be on, and I'm like, why is it doing this? And it'll be like, hi Luke, I can see that you're playing Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain and da 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 da. Oh, that's the part where you're enjoying it. I'm like, well.
So when you say I'll just talk to it, how do you activate that?
So there's the one that you can talk to and it records and then it answers.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But you have to touch it, right?
Yeah. So you do the whole It's going to do it. We're going to unlock. Well, you got that one where it's my Siri now. So, hey, ChatGPT.
But did you have to touch your phone to activate it, or you can just call it?
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. I just push the button.
Yeah.
And then it goes into instant voice mode.
Yeah.
Do you talk to it?
So I've got the app. So I could probably set up a shortcut,
Yeah.
but like I app and then microphone and then talk.
Oh, well, no. This just like I've got it as my Siri.
Ah, okay.
Hey, ChatGPT. We're just here on a podcast with Blake. Say hi to Blake.
Hey Blake, great to have you here. I'm always happy to join the chat.
Listen to that voice, bro. Hey, you want to hear my voice? Wait a minute.
I should have put it up to the mic.
Go again. Do it again. Give me something else.
All right, take 2. Blake, this is your official hello from me. Now your podcast ready.
Where's that coming through? Oh, is it coming through here? It's not coming through my phone.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Go again, ChatGPT? I haven't given mine a name. I try not to humanise it that much.
No worries, Luke. You can keep it casual. I'm just here to help you both, name or no name. So, what's next on the podcast agenda?
It's wild.
We'll just leave our phones talking, mate. We'll just bail.
We'll just bring it out of here. But you can. Oh, okay, we're done now, ChatGPT. Bye.
Again, let me. Isn't it funny, the voice? Let me show you.
Well, Siobhan picked that one because originally it was some sassy American, and I was like, yeah, I don't like it. But I didn't want to change. I didn't care to change it. She's like, do they have any other voices? Went through them, guys, girls, and this is some. She actually reminds me of, the girl from Bedazzled.
Yes, she reminds me a little bit of Siobhan, like a little bit older.
Oh,
Yeah. No offense, Siobhan, but yeah, but
My wife's English, FYI.
hang on. Well, hey, bro, my ChatGPT's English too. Hang on.
Just smarter, mate. Just make them seem smart.
Can you give Luke Houlihan one of the silkiest, smooth podcast introductions?
Introducing Luke Houlihan.
Oh, she's still on.
Oh, wait. Oh, she's listening. All right. Wait, I better close it all down.
Hang on. This is long-winded, but fuck, I'll give you a little bit of taste of.
There you go.
Oh my God, this is so long. But anyhow, let's go.
I'm always ready to step
Here's a
aside
silky
when...
smooth cinematic style podcast introduction.
Absolutely.
You can read
If you ever
verbatim.
want to pick it back up, I'll be ready.
Yo, she's taking over, bro.
I can't turn it off.
Skynet.
It's locked on.
It's locked. Oh shit.
Wait, here we go. Let me close it down properly. I thought I did.
Throw it in the
Get rid of it.
Throw it in the toilet. You still hear her. She's.
Are you done now? We're done?
I'm all done.
Oh,
when you
no, you're still there. Might have to get rid of you. Can you not talk now for a little while until I say otherwise?
You've got it. I'll stay quiet till you give me the signal.
That's scary, bro.
Over there. It was off. Anyway, yeah, so I'll go back to that silky smooth intro.
She's gonna get angry, man.
Welcome back to the show. Today's guest is someone who embodies quiet confidence,
That's my
lived
voice.
experience, and real leadership. Luke Houlihan.
Oh man,
She's not gonna get.
she's getting
I
jealous.
might have to, yeah.
Hang on, guys. Intermission.
I'm going to turn this off.
Oh,
I'm actually going to turn it off. Must have got caught on and I can't. Anyway.
bro, if she speaks again, man, that's next. I mean, right.
Fucking walks.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Far out. There's a little bit of an
So
intro.
he was a
but-
British dude.
British dude. I've been thinking about changing it up, but I think British people, to me, man, they just sound intelligent.
Just sound smart.
They sound smart.
Well, look, no offense there. It just depends what dialect and where they're from, because you probably don't want a bloody, I don't know, a Geordie or someone
Yeah, right.
giving you info. You'd be like, nah.
Yeah, no, man, no. It's but I use it, and the kids watch me use it. Like so, this morning, like Tia was like, "Oh, Dad, we need to buy this clay. This guy on YouTube makes these sculptures of this and that, of Sonic the Hedgehog, and he puts lights in them and rah." And I was like, oh, "Okay, cool." And so, boom, jump in there, and then I look down and he lists the products that he uses, and then I hit it, and it's like this Korean website, and I could not understand the language whatsoever, and I was just like, and then. So you sit next to me, boom, screenshot. I just jump over to ChatGPT, upload it. Where can I buy this? And then it's like links,
Right.
and he's just like watching me. And so obviously there will be this. I think this new level of like utility that it's just going to be the norm to them.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
And we can't say, because, oh God, listening to when we used to play video games, it's like, oh, it's not going to get any more realistic than that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm playing NBA Live 95 and the blocks and the squares. And you look at, you show up like LeBron back then versus LeBron now, you're like, but this is what I thought was the mecca, like, and the best graphics you'd ever see, right? So you can't say it's not going to, how could it get any, you know, like you'd be so naive and ignorant to say this is as good as it gets because we just don't know.
No.
Like, so how Teal operates on these platforms.
Did you hear? There's two things I want to go into this. I'm going to quickly say though, but the funny thing is, right? Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
And like that pixelated type style image, bro. Teal's got me hooked in Minecraft Dungeons. This little like 3D fight game. You walk around, get all these, and they're just like this. And I don't know what it is about it. It's
I was
so
going to say,
addictive.
what is it?
Maybe my exposure though is lacking to like dope games too, because like, we don't have him playing anything. Like,
But even the
you know what I
kids
mean?
playing Minecraft at the level that they've got access to you know, the best graphics. So what is it about? So then you come back to value, I guess.
Yeah.
The perception of value and the value add to Roblox and
whatever it
Minecraft
is.
and whatever that is.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but I know that it's just interesting you say that, like with graphics, but then there's like this enormous market back in this like 3D block.
Retro.
Yeah. I remember when I first saw it, I'm like, what the hell is this shit?
Yeah.
I don't get into Minecraft, but Minecraft Dungeons, the fight one, and he's got me hooked. I was so hooked, bro. Far out. I play that shit more than him, I think. Yeah.
And that's the next stage, I think, or one of. You're going to be able to just create your own games, your own movies, your own thing. This is where AI is going anyway, you know. So.
Did you hear who's the CEO to NVIDIA? And Joe Rogan had him on.
Yeah.
And he was saying the discovery of AI actually spawned from a game card, like gaming.
Yeah, right.
Did you hear that podcast? That's a good one to listen to.
Yeah, okay.
You sort of see like
Oh, I had his name there for a second. Yeah,
you see the hardship like they went through and how and why that company exists now. Tells a story, something like, I paraphrase this, and I think it was Sega, where he went in and pitched the CEO to like invest in the company. Long story short, they were going like, you know, everything was just burning down all around them.
Dreamcast, mate. That's what happened.
Nothing was working, and then he went back to the CEO, this Japanese CEO, and he said to him, he's just like, basically everything was failing. They're losing money, like it's going out, you know, at fashion left, right, and center, and nothing was working. But he said like, and you know, I need the money though. And the CEO gave him, I think it was like, I don't know, it's like $5 million or something like that, right? But he like invested in him. But
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Everything else, bro, was just like going to shit, absolute shit. Invested in him. He actually ended up turning the company around. And obviously that CEO it was crazy amount of shares. I don't know, it was like 30% or something ridiculous that if he still owned today would be, you know, monumental, like what his shareholding would actually be. But he sold out, like once it sort of like the stocks came in, got his thing, he took his cash out. But it's a really, bro, you got to listen to that story.
Yeah.
It's
God, now you got me. I can't think of that dude's name. Saved my life. But yeah, because I heard him on another podcast with another girl, and he went through the whole story of, you know, failing times and how NVIDIA came to be and all that sort of stuff. And
Yeah.
it's good story.
I think it did it. It like the AI was spawned from like video game cards, like the video game card, like for a graphics card or something like that, like computing information and making that better and better and better. And it's fascinating. That's what Joe Rogan's like. Fucking AI's come from. He goes, what was he talking about? The what's the whole conspiracy? The
Lizard people.
no. Simulation theory.
Oh, yeah. Like the game Sims
And
type
he goes,
of thing,
oh my God, like so AI has come from, you know, it's already.
Well, that's actually pretty, like Sims was, you would have almost said Sims was AI. You know, did you ever play the Sims games?
Mm-hmm.
Like you would set them up and then they would do their own thing.
Yeah.
But it was based on prediction or predictability or whatever. So you'd create a guy who went to work and you just watch him throughout the day.
Yeah.
And based on the data that was given, he had a bad day at work. Bad day at work equals X, Y, Z. Comes home, has an argument with his wife, like in this game, because it's on predictability.
Yeah.
And Sims was, I don't know, someone I'm sure would argue with me, but I would imagine one of the first even replicating AI, where it's self-thinking.
Yeah.
It's not, but you know what I mean? Because I used to love Sims, where it's just like, yeah, you build a life, and you know, it was crazy the shit you could do. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. It's insane. It's gonna be cool to see where it goes, and I think you do have. It's interesting. The army of people that I know anyhow that were against it. Oh, I'm not using that because it's gonna make you dumb and yada yada yada. They're all using it now.
But it's like anything.
Yeah,
It's like anything. It's either jump on board or you know you're gonna get run over, get off the tracks. But I just think it's like I said, it is going to be a tsunami, and I think that everyone has to. It's going to be a fundamental tool. It'll just be like electricity.
Yeah.
It'll be so plugged in, literally, physically, that you won't have any choice but to use it. And it will be just like a conversation that you have. Like I love the idea that you can upload. Like we talk about this Blio, Central that we're building out and whatnot, and the conversations you want to have with certain special like people around your data that's inside of this machine that right now, let's call it Zero or, a CRM, and they're not talking to each other. Whereas if you and I sat down as the CEOs of the company, there was a central hub and it's got access to your Zero. It's an AI LLM, language learning model. And, it connects to all these tools, even if they are, separately created but centrally connected. Zero, CRM, social media, this, that, or the other. And you're just talking directly to your central bot or, whoever. Call it your CFO, call it your CMO.
CEO.
Call it another CEO.
Yeah.
But they've just got all the information.
Yeah.
It's like, bring up the report on this particular client for the last 3 months and da-da-da. Tell me what sort of profit we made on XYZ. Imagine trying to get that report from a CFO where they have to go and talk to a CRM and then talk to the bloody account manager to do the... Done, right?
Yeah.
Imagine how... And this is the whole thing, right? It's the compound interest on AI or knowledge. Because we're moving where, things used to be... It's quantum. Where it used to take so long to get information. Now it's like right there. I mean, it's like anything, but now it's just... And that excites me where I can just go, great, it knows all the information. Tell me how to move my business, in a day that it would have taken a year before. Oh, well, the first thing you need to do is... And it's just there. I enjoy that. That comes with its own fear, though, because it knows too much. And again, going back to my biggest fear is security around what it knows. Not so much it's going to take over the world, because it will in a way, but it's the access that people have.
Yeah.
And how easy it might be able to get into your Blio central data system. What they can do with that, I don't know. But, yeah.
It's going to, come back just to the basics, isn't it? Like,
I think so.
food, shelter,
tools,
clothing,
Yep.
or even tools. As you say, when robotics are around, that's my thing as well. It's just like, I do think...
Did you see China did a whole road? Did you see that? I did a whole highway with nothing but AI.
Yeah.
And I think it was like...
Robotics,
Yeah.
yeah.
Build a whole highway.
Well, you think about it now. They do have robotic excavators and those types of things. That's I think when the big change is going to happen. Like the information age, I think we're sort of going to hold on to it. But I think like Elon, that was his thing, right? It's like it's a race now to build.
Yeah, and because where he was fearful before, he's like, because he was one of the ones that wanted to guardrail AI and say, no, we need to stop. No one stopped.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, shit, now I want to be the first to...
I want to be in the game.
Want to be in the game, but make sure that I know how to use it the best, because I can't stop it.
I think that's my biggest takeaway with it. It's just like, we just have to be... It's like competition, right? It drives everything. Like absolutely everything. And we do have to, in business, you have to compete. And if another business is using something and it's better and it's taking less time and it's a less cost, then if we want to be in the game, we have to compete. We have to find a way to do that as well. Yeah. And I just think far out when that comes in, I think that's when it's just gonna happen so fast. You can just see it now. Like, when's the last time you called a solicitor for a basic,
advice or an NDA or anything like that?
Like, or even it's just.
And now I'm throwing I get we get contracts or whatever that like if you just stacked it in paper,
Yeah.
they're like, you know. So
Yeah.
now I'm just like, ChatGPT, tell me anything I should look out for. What do you think of that? And I'm getting back, you know, high legal, paralegal advice.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not missed a beat.
Yeah.
Like a paralegal's going to miss this or that, right?
Yeah.
You know, human error. No.
I refused to sign an NDA last week, 2 weeks ago, because like they just went in hard. And I was just like, and it come back, and I was like, give me the points, the most riskiest points out of this, and it's like, bomb, 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 bomb. What will that affect? And then it's like, dum, 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 and I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
no.
cool. And then it's like, if you'd like, I can suggest, yeah, do that, cool, boom. And gosh,
That would have cost $1,200,
Oh, yeah,
$2,000
easy,
if you had to put it
easy.
through to a solicitor for sure.
easy, yeah. Sorry, all my solicitor mates out there. I know I should call you guys supporters. It's you're doing the same thing there, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's not me, it's you. Yeah.
You're running,
Yeah.
that's right.
You're
I've
right.
seen your AI videos. I've seen your AI photos. You don't use us.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, so it's but the speed it's going to happen, that's going to be the interesting thing. I think about that a lot, actually.
Quick compound, man. It's massive. So fast.
Yeah,
And like, this was the thing. I was all hopped up on N8N last year, right? Like December.
yeah. When you say last
November.
year, say it like it's
It was
like it's
3
a couple
months
of
ago.
weeks.
Sorry,
that's right.
It was only 2 months ago. And now this new thing, literally found out in the last week, has come out in the last 21 days. And I'm like, whoop, bypasses that.
Yes.
Even though that was great tech,
Yeah.
great AI. Now this thing's come out and I'm like, well, I don't need that now. And I would have invested a lot of time and money into that. Now I don't need to. And I'm like, shit, do I just sit back and
So what do
wait
you
for
watch?
next week?
What do you watch, bro, to get your information? Like, is it just you just follow a couple of people? That,
Yeah, so on YouTube, honestly, because I read books in like 2-speed. So if it's a 5-hour book, I want to knock it out in the morning.
Yeah.
I'll put it on 2-speed and read it in 2.5 hours. And a 5-hour book's about a 300-page book.
Yeah.
5 hours. So I'll read a book every morning.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But if I'm not doing that, I'll YouTube, and it's usually just a bunch of no one in specific, but it knows that I'm into AI and it knows I'm into
just keeps feeding
workflows
to
and automations. And I see something pop up, and it's like, oh, revolutionary, whatever. Watch it, and then if I see it pop up every, more and more, like this particular one, and obviously I'm in the algorithm now because I clicked on one that was specific to Claude bot, and so I've just been watching these videos over and over again. It was the same with N8N. Did that for a while. Started implementing things at work. Lovable was the same, and then I started just really going in on Lovable because I know there's other platforms that are like Lovable, but Lovable was like one of the OGs, so it's perfected itself.
Yeah.
Like everyone else, like, oh, you don't need to spend as much as you do because it's token based, so you're spending tokens based on code. And look, we built this system that would have cost $200,000 easy back in the day when we're talking about building a CRM, which I managed to do over a week. Call it about 40 hours of prompt back and forth. And I used about 200 tokens, which was about $80,
Yeah, that's crazy.
right? So $80 and 20 to 40 hours of time.
Yeah.
And I built a CRM that can compete against Pipedrive, Zoho, for what we need.
Yeah.
I don't need all the other
Correct.
bells and
Correct.
whistles, which
Yeah.
again, that's what I said. It's like, it's not going to be, here's the software, adapt, you're the square peg into a round hole. No, I'm going to build you the round peg,
Yeah.
that goes into, and it's get rid of what you don't need and utilize what you do.
It's going to be an interesting space for the software
Software,
companies.
SaaS, yeah.
Because now it's like, well, as a provider, rather than a product, maybe it is a service now.
Yeah.
More service, where it's just, no, I'll build you your system.
That's right.
And you don't need to
These softwares.
plug that one into that and that one into that. It's just like,
What do you need?
give me everything you need. This is the framework. This is a basic framework. And then, go. Like,
It won't even be. It'll just be, what do you need?
yeah.
And it's like, cool, this is what we're going to build you.
Yeah.
And
Listen to this conversation. We'll take the brief and then hit go. And then by the time we leave, it's done.
yeah, actually. So like you'll be thinking of software that you need. And that's what I was saying to you. It's like you can't sell a software to people if you can just build it in a weekend.
Yeah.
Like you want to enter into a software that costs $100 a month. Why would I do that when I can use 20 tokens, which cost $20
Yeah.
to build something in a weekend?
Yeah.
I know not everyone thinks like that, but if someone watched this, they'd be like, I want to get Luke to build me a CRM. Luke, how much is that? Well, what are you paying for your CRM at the moment? Oh, you know, it's $50 per seat. All right. What if I said I could build you a CRM for $1,000?
Yeah.
And it'll do everything you need and nothing you don't.
Bro, you know, I'm so surprised with all of the different platforms we use, you know, with our subscriptions that we spend, everything, you know, back in 20, however many fucking our tech stack deep is. I'm so surprised when I look at it, they're not better. Like they're these massive companies, corporations, like some of the leading CRMs in the world and project management tools. And they're, you know, I'm really surprised that, why doesn't have that project management tool have a CRM? Like, why aren't they moving as fast as we are building these things for us? Like, I get their bigger ships to sort of turn, protocol, everything, security all comes with that. But I'm just like, because if they did it and it was great for us, we'd use it.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's not. Like it hasn't kept up quick enough. And there's lots of shit where they're behind. Like there is really lots of shit, right? Like we're literally talking about moving our whole company away from maybe like, you know, 5 different sort of pillar platforms that run our whole organization, and on something that you've taken 40 hours.
Oh, I'd call it 100 across the multiple apps that I've built into it. But yeah,
let's jump on after we put everyone on there. But so that's now, right? It is now like the facilitation of this.
Every business, I believe, and I think as I speak this out loud, I think every business should have an intranet. I think every business should have a central hub.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay, so we'll use us as an example. We onboard staff. We house pay slips on Xero. We have client information on Xero, on a CRM.
Yep.
But where do people, your staff, go for just? I just want one place I can go. So intranet was the name of it back in the day, right?
Yeah.
You used to go on and there was an intranet that only was a local. Like it wasn't Wi-Fi, like it wasn't outside, it wasn't on the internet, it was the intranet. It was just, you know, you had a local network.
Yeah.
And it was your businesses. We've gone away from that, but you knew where there was a filing system that was central.
Right.
So for us, we use Google Drive. We use, OneDrive. We use Teams for communication. We use, you know, these other project management tools, ClickUp and Zoho and da-da-da. And everyone, you come in and you're like, I'm confused. What if there was one, call it a website, which is where you land there and it's like, hi Blake, welcome to Bleo. You know, like any business should have that, where you just land there and from there it can direct you. So it's like a website, but it's not. It's your intranet. And I think every business should have a central hub. In the central hub, you can have all links to everything else, but it gets lost in folders on your website, on your Chrome dashboard. And I think everyone should just be able to come to one. Oh, I don't know where it is. Just go to Bleo Central or go to your business hub.
Yeah.
It'll be there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think every company needs an intranet that's custom to them, because ours now does onboarding that we've built. So when a new staff member comes and sits down for the first day, they've already got a welcome, Blake. The first thing you should be doing is this. The second thing, here's some tutorials on your actual work. Here's how you relate to clients. Here's da-da-da-da-da. Not too many places have that as a system. That's not like, oh no, go look up over there first. Oh yeah, and I think it's over there. Central hub.
Yeah,
I think every business should have one.
Yeah, I agree. As you're saying that, I'm thinking about, like, if I think about it just in basic form of how you access and use information in a CRM, like how important it comes back to the data entry, like in having the correct fields, having the correct data in there. And so like now that's how I'm thinking, like, you just have to, like, or everything, like, where is all of that information in most businesses now? Right? Gosh, because we work, like, even some big businesses, like, don't even...
Filing system, man, they're still using filing system. But and not even Google filing, like actual physical, the LMNO, okay, XYZ.
Yeah. It's like, you just got to, because it does have to be organized. It has to have to be in a particular format where you're going to have to give it to AI to then house all this information. Like, as an example, like the old Tony Robbins, who's got his, did you do his thing this morning?
This morning, tomorrow. No, did you?
I chimed in for a little bit.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But how he's got his AI, Tony Robbins AI, But you think about all of the systems and the information that he has got, which is his, right?
Yep.
Like all of his audio, I think he records every seminar he's ever done, right? Like, and just boom, uploading.
And you've literally got Tony Robbins in your pocket.
You've got him like,
Yeah.
hey, maybe see if that's a voice. No, it gets that voice. Yeah.
But that's it. And as you're saying that, because what I've built into our central hub is an AI. So any one of our staff members can go to AI, the little bot that I created in there,
Yeah.
and ask it a question. Oh, when's Blake's birthday?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I've
yeah.
got that.
I see.
It's like, oh, when's Blake's birthday? It's like all central to Bleo. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, what was that client that did that? Bam. And it gives you the answer. It's already doing that. And I know we haven't unrolled it yet, but yeah.
We'll have a launch pod, mate, when we do. And
Have to hide the IP. Yeah. That's lovable, mate. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't matter. The IP doesn't matter, because if someone jumps on Lovable and goes, oh, build me a Bleo Central,
Yeah.
boom, one line.
Yeah.
If it can go and you can give it the website and it has access to the website, it's going to know all the code and it'll just go, done.
Oh.
Which you can do already. You can say, hey, Lovable, emulate Apple's website. Done. Like, that's it. That's all you need to say. Yeah.
I just, as you talk, man, and I just, when we sort of get in this pocket and we start talking about this, I just start to think.
Limitless, right?
I do. I really just think forward. You're just trying to really think, and it's just fast. It's just so fast. And because I think about that, and I think about, oh, yeah, who's going to use that? How they go? What are they going to do? And yeah, man, it's going to be an interesting interesting short-term future.
We're looking at, I don't know if I should talk about this too much, but some of these systems, right? Like, I look at them as how we can get an edge on the market. I always think of that. So for me and our account managers here that look after multiple clients who do an amazing job. You know, their clients are the first thing they wake up and think about, and the last thing they think. I know, because of how passionate and the hiring process that you and I have to employ those who have the same type of morals and ethics and to bring them into our culture, right? So I know that they do that because I do that, right? So I'm thinking about these AIs for our account managers, where these things can run 24/7. Imagine the edge you would have if it was constantly scraping your clients' competitors' ideas, and then every morning one of the girls, one of the guys comes in, sits down, has a morning, because it's been working for the last 12 hours, and it's just given you so many content ideas for your client, and the edge you would have, because you wouldn't have to spend the hours sifting through Instagram or TikTok or YouTube trying to find the most watched video and then watching the video. No, you sit down in the morning and the information's there. What you do with that, obviously, but the edge, and that's what I'm always looking for, is like, what's that? It's that inch, right? It's that extra
Inch by
inch.
inch.
That's the inch. It's all about inches. And it is, man. It is. And this is just another inch. I just think those inches are getting really quick to culminate. And we're moving so fast. You almost you run into fatigue.
You do, and I wonder if what slows it down is our adaptability. So our older generation, but then like you're going to have kids that are going to grow up with it, and that's probably when the real wave's going to come, right? Like, so when like
what are they going to do with
these kids are just, that's just second nature to them.
Yep.
And then that starts to move in, and when they sort of come into the age where commerce is, viable, then they just start using it, and that's going to be interesting.
These machines, AI is going to be so good that it will make money for you. You think about the way that even AI now is used for trading, stock trading, day trading, quick trading, it's not at a point, it's going to be that good that everyone can just get a shit ton of money from trading all day and then your bank account. So money will become useless, redundant. There'll be no value in money because it'll be so easy to make. You could create a product line from a push of a button, and all of a sudden people are purchasing from you. Money will just become, it won't be the commodity that we trade. We'll be trading emotions. We'll be trading, I don't even know. It won't be money.
Yeah.
it won't be money because it'll be
Food,
worthless.
Go back to the basics.
Which is scary,
Food,
right?
clothing,
Because
shelter.
we'll be, mate, there's this game and it was free put out and my boy Daniel put me onto it. It's called Arc Raiders. Heard of it?
Sounds familiar.
So they put it out for free first and then let it run for a bit. It just went massively viral. Long story short, it's after the apocalypse. AI's come in, rules the world, and you're out there as an Arc Raider. You're raiding to survive. And AI is literally like flying around trying to catch you. You've got to sneak. It's the most immersive game. And it's called Arc Raiders. Super viral at the moment. And they're playing it like as if it was COD or Fortnite.
Right.
Like that's the sort of popularity of it. And you're in this real world scenario. And the thing is, like, for example, your microphone, you're up against other real life people and they're running around trying to raid as well to survive. And if you're next to them, you can hear them like this and you're like, shit, don't hit me. I'm actually looking for something as well. If they're in the other room, it might sound like this. It's a bit echoed because they're in the other room. But as they get closer to you, it sounds, and you're like, whoa, no, like, I'm a friendly. I'm friendly. And this is what you're doing. You're pushing, your X on your PlayStation to go, no, I'm a friendly, so hands up. Because they're out there raiding and you've got to be quiet. Shut up, fucking, the AI's outside. Like, and you're doing that and you'll see the lights come through the window because they get these, like, the bots, the AI bots. And then all of a sudden it's chasing you and you're like, see you, mate, and you're off. Or you can, I'm friendly, and then shoot them and raid their stuff. And it's to survive. And you go back to your hub. And it's based on how long you can survive for, like as in what did you get in your raid to live longer. And it's just this whole futuristic, and that's why people you're against AI. It's called Arc Raiders. Yeah, I think the full game was like $50.
Wow.
Once they released it, and it just went platinum.
Yeah, link in bio. No.
Yeah, affiliate link.
Yeah.
/ Luke.
Yeah, man, that's fucking crazy. It's just going to be interesting, mate, to just to roll with it. But it's exciting. I think the old Ray Dalio, what's he say? Like in business, you've got to be worried. If you're not worried, what does he say? I'm going to kill this. I always get this. No, I don't. I get this right. It's like if you're in, it's good to worry. Like at the end of the day, that's what he's saying. It's like if you're in business, if you're worried, don't worry. If you're not worried, worry.
Yeah,
like, and you do. Like I'm trying to teach that to the kids now. It's like a little bit of worry, problems. It's good for you, right? It makes you do shit. But I do think, man, like at the end of it all, we still got to eat. We still got to have shelter. We still got to have clothes. It's I remember talking to Leone's dad over in Vanuatu about like when crypto and all those types of things come out. He just fucking, for the life of him, would not have a bar of it. And he's like, "Can you fucking eat it?" I was just like, "Nah." And he's like, "What am I going to do with it?" And so I was like, "Yeah, all right, fair enough."
What a good way to look at things.
Yeah.
Does it make me warm?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, right? It's but we'll see. We'll see how long this one goes for. But
yeah, man.
What do you reckon, brother? We'll wrap it up.
Yeah, bro.
Cool, man. That was rad.
That was AI.
That was rad.
In a nutshell.
Thanks for chiming in, guys. We'll catch up soon. But yeah, it's good to be back. Get this thing going again. Let's get it going again soon. See you, gang.
Sweet, bro.